In November, I took Jack up to Equine Affaire in Springfield, Massachusetts. From Ohio, where I am, it's about a 10.5-hour drive up there. Before that, Jack had only been hauled about 2 hours, and so he did a great job. He ate, he drank, and he seemed completely content when we moved into the stall that night. While we were up there, he actually was invited to be in the celebrity horse aisle because of everything that's been going on the internet with Jack and with Roxy being so well known. The celebrity horse stall meant that during the day he would be in a very public setting where people could come over. They couldn't stick their hands through, but they could come over and talk to him, visit with him, and they could watch the videos and pick up some pamphlets that we had made. I had spoken with the Equine Affaire before we went up there and said, this is a young horse that doesn't have a lot of experience, but as long as we're both willing to do what's right for him, we'll give it a try. And Jack was amazing. He was so relaxed there that even the first day, the people that stood there from Equine Affaire that worked there reported that he was laying down in the stall taking a nap in the afternoon. So he definitely was a shoo-in for the celebrity thing. He really liked it. Another part of the celebrity horse part was being able to bring him out once a day and bring him into a small arena stall sized with rubber mats where you could actually lead him around and let people see him, talk about Jack, and ask questions. And it went over really well.
Great insight and an effective teaching style have made Stacy Westfall one of the most popular and sought-after clinicians in the horse industry. Ms. Westfall developed her natural horsemanship techniques through years of training horses for reining competition.
Going into giving the demonstration in the big main arena, I wanted to make sure he was prepared. He had been hauled down to the Quarter Horse Congress previously, and I had chosen to pony him in with a horse that he knew. And knowing what's coming, I think, gives me an advantage for prepping horses like Jack for a big event like this. One of the things I made sure that I did was that during my first riding demonstration with Jack, I made sure that I was actually not mounted, that I had him on a long line with a stick and string in my hand, and I was actually doing very familiar groundwork, so that when the clapping after they announced my name happened, which would be the trigger point for most horses, I knew that I would have him focused on me, and I knew that I could control his response. It was essentially the same thing I had done with Popcorn at Road to the Horse. And it's just knowing how I'm going to be handling a situation that could go bad. And Jack did very well.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause for Stacy Westfall.
Thank you. Well, you guys are in for a treat today because on top of doing this demonstration about spinning and steering, you have the pleasure of being the first people to ever see Jack live being ridden. Well, okay, I'm not riding yet, but I'm planning on it.
I think people were excited to see Jack both in the celebrity stall and then out being ridden. I know that people were searching the internet trying to see glimpses of him because the videos weren't coming out in real live time, and because they weren't, it was making people even more curious to see where Jack was in his training.
Inside rake. I release the inside leg. I'm carrying the rhythm. Step, 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 step. Whoa. I know everybody said that. We're all not sure we made it on clapping, are we? I know we're in a room full of horse people when the clapping starts like that. Is she going to get bumped off? Is this really going to be a reward? And so, you guys got an A for being a great clapper.
So the people that were in Massachusetts got to see him spinning while it was still several months away from being released on the internet. And that's one thing that's going to change, is now we basically are caught up. So moving forward, much of what you're going to see is going to be more real time.